Hello children, welcome to online classes. Now I am going to explain some important MCQ from first year organic chemistry. The IUPAC name of the given structure. First you select the main carbon chain, primary suffix and secondary suffix, that is functional group, CH3CO, N attached to bromine and chlorine. So this is the main carbon chain. Eth, primary suffix is ane, secondary suffix, since this is amide, secondary suffix is amide. There are two substituents, bromine and chlorine, so alphabetical order bromo comes first. N, bromine is attached to N, that's why N bromo, N chloro, ethanamide. Correct option is in option B. IUPAC name of the compound again. First you select the main carbon chain, principal carbon chain, including C of the COO, that is ester functional group. So the alkyl group which is attached to O is taken as substituent. Ethyl is the substituent. So first of all you have to write the prefix ethyl. After that root word 1, 2, 3, 4, but, primary suffix is ane, secondary suffix, since it is ester, O8, ethyl butanoate. The correct option is A. Next one, the compound shows is planar and all the CC bond lengths are identical, meaning resonance hybrid is there, resonance structures are there. Because of the resonance structures, all CC bonds will become identical. So what is the bonding of sp2 hybridized boron? At boron also sp2 hybridization is taking place. 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are forming 3 sigma bonds present at boron. One sp2 orbital forming bond, sigma bond with carbon of CH3, one sp2 forming sigma bond with sp2 carbon, another one with sp2 carbon. But one empty p orbital is left over at boron. This is empty p orbital which is perpendicular to the plane of 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. So that empty p orbital is involved in the sideways overlapping with half-filled p orbitals of adjacent carbon atoms. That's why conjugation is completed, cyclic conjugation is completed. So electrons or 6 electrons are moving around 7 atoms, 6 carbons and boron. So the correct option regarding this, the p orbital contains an unshared pair of electrons, that is wrong because empty p orbital is there at boron. A hybrid orbital contains an unshared pair of electrons, that is also wrong. All 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals of boron are forming 3 sigma bonds. Next, the p orbital is vacant, that is responsible for the sideways overlapping of p orbitals and complete conjugation. So it makes the entire molecule aromatic. So correct option is C. Anthracene is purified by, so anthracene is sublimed compound, that's why it is purified by the process called sublimation. The number of stereocenters, stereogenic centers, chiral carbons and doubly bonded carbon with different groups called stereogenic centers, and stereoisomers for the given compound. Bridgehead carbons are stereogenic carbons, stereogenic centers, chiral carbons, and the third atom also carbon holding OH also chiral. So there are 3 stereogenic centers. So with 3 there are 2 options. Next one, stereoisomers. If the chiral carbon is bridgehead carbon, it won't lead to the formation of dextro and levo isomers. So that's why because of geometrical isomerism. Once H and CH3 one side cis, with this cis dextro at carbon holding OH, at the same time levo at carbon holding OH. So when both CH3 and H both are in opposite direction, at that time again chiral carbon can show two types of configurations. So cis D, cis L, trans D, trans L. So totally 4 isomers are possible. That's why stereogenic centers 3 and 4 stereoisomers. Answer is C. The given pair is, so now you observe chlorine is present on CH2, next carbon, second carbon has bromine. So if you write its structure CH3, CH2, CHBr, CH2Cl. Of course, second carbon is chiral carbon. Next one CH2Cl, CH2, CHBr, CH3. You observe these two are position isomers because the position of bromine is changed. Once it is on second carbon, once it is on third carbon. That's why these two are position isomers, structural isomers, not at all optical isomers. So they are constitutional isomers. Structural isomers also called constitutional isomers. So answer is D. Next one, configuration of a chiral molecule can be changed by rotation around a sigma bond, cooling to 73 degrees of Kelvin, breaking a bond at a chiral center and reforming. So when we want to get dextro isomer from levo or levo from dextro, definitely two bonds must be broken at chiral carbon and both the bonds must be exchanged and reformed. So unless we break and make two bonds at chiral carbon, we won't get one optical isomer from another optical isomer. That's why the correct answer is C. Which of the following kinds of isomerism can nitroethane can exhibit? So CnO2, it will become nitrosoform also. So it exhibits tautomerism. Which of the following compounds exhibits stereoisomerism? To exhibit stereoisomerism, the molecule should be chiral molecule. Symmetry should not be there in the molecule. So when the structure is given, how to recognize as symmetry not there? At least it should have one chiral carbon. So now keep on checking the options. 2-methyl butene. Stereoisomerism it won't exhibit. 3-methyl butane. Methyl butane. Next one, 3-methyl butanoic acid. 3-methyl butanoic acid. This is 3-methyl butanoic acid. Next one, 2-methyl butanoic acid. Methyl butanoic acid. Which of the following compounds exhibits stereoisomerism? Because of the chiral carbon, 3-methyl butane will exhibit. Because of CH2 it won't exhibit any isomerism. A won't exhibit. Next, 3-methyl butanoic acid, 1, 2, 3, this is having chiral carbon, it exhibits optical isomerism, stereoisomerism. And then 2-methyl butanoic acid, this is also having chiral carbon, so 3-methyl butane exhibits, 2-methyl butanoic acid will exhibit, 3-methyl butanoic acid will exhibit, but only 2-methyl butene won't exhibit. So now better to change the question, which of the following compounds cannot exhibit stereoisomerism? Now the correct answer is A. This is given wrong. Next, which of the following series contains atoms or groups having only minus M effect? So how to recognize whether the group is minus M group or minus R group? Simple technique I can give. When the group containing at least one pi bond at the carbon which is attached to the conjugation system acts as minus M or minus R group. If the group contains at least one lone pair which is attached to the conjugation system, can act as plus M group or plus R group. So now you check the options, it should have minus M effect. So let us take the option A, COR. So this is minus M group. Alcohol C group, since it has a lone pair, this is plus M group. So option A is wrong. Next, option B, at chlorine 3 lone pairs are present, that's why it is plus M group. That's why option B is wrong. Coming to option C, NO2 is minus M group, CN is minus M, and even SO3H also minus M groups. That's why option C has all minus M groups. Which of the following shows tautomerism? To exhibit tautomerism, you remember, electron withdrawing group is compulsory and at least one alpha hydrogen is required. So benzophenone, you observe the structure C6H5CO C6H5. It has no alpha hydrogen, so benzophenone won't exhibit tautomerism. Benzaldehyde, if you are able to write the structures, you can identify whether it is going to exhibit tautomerism or not. This is also having no alpha hydrogen, so B is wrong. Ditertiary butyl ketone, this is having keto group, but carbonyl carbon is attached to tertiary butyl. Such type of tertiary butyls, 2 are there. So ditertiary butyl. So this is alpha carbon. This is alpha carbon. At alpha carbon there is no alpha hydrogen. That's why ditertiary butyl ketone also won't exhibit. You need not check the fourth option. None of these given. So correct answer is none of these. Alkyl carbocation is, let us take methyl carbocation. It undergoes sp2 hybridization with one empty p orbital. So since it is forming 3 sigma bonds, 3 into 2, 6 electrons are available. So this is 6 electron system. Carbene is one which forms 2 bonds with 2 unshared electrons. That is carbene. Carbene with 2 covalent bonds and 2 unshared electrons is called carbene. This is highly unstable intermediate, highly reactive intermediate. So it has only 6 electrons, 2 sigma bonds. 2 sigma bonds means 4 electrons and 2 unshared electrons, totally 6 electrons. To get octet, still it requires 2 more electrons. So this is electron seeking species, nothing but electrophile. So answer is A. Which of the following is the most stable one? We know stability of carbocation increased by plus I group. Electron donating group can increase the electron density on C plus, so that magnitude of positive charge decreased and stability is increased. So in here 1 plus I group, electron donating group, here 2 plus I groups, here 3 plus I groups. So as the electron donating nature increases, electron donating groups plus I groups increases, stability is increased. This is the correct order. So most stable means D, tertiary butyl carbocation, 3 degree carbocation. The number of different substitution products possible when bromine and ethane are allowed to react. So this is very important question, very nice question. Bromine and ethane both are allowed to react each other. How? I will explain. CH3 to this bromine is added. First monobromo ethane, second dibromoethane, 2 hydrogens are replaced, but 2 hydrogens, one is vicinal dihalide, other one is geminal dihalide. So 2 types of dibromoethanes are possible. Coming to tribromoethanes, once 3 bromines may be on the same carbon, once 2 bromines are on same carbon and 1 bromine on other carbon. So there are 2 types of tribromoethanes. Next, coming to tetrabromo, 2 bromines on each carbon. This is one type of tetrabromoethane. Once 3 bromines on one carbon and 1 bromine on other carbon. This is also tetrabromoethane. Next, pentabromo. 3 bromines are one carbon, 2 bromines are on other carbon. Only one type of pentabromoethane is possible. Then hexabromoethane, perbromoethane. So total number of types of bromoethanes 9 are possible. So correct answer is 9. Which of the following isomers of the pentane gives 4 monochloropentane on chlorination? So every time only one chlorine must be introduced into the molecule. Let us take one by one. N-pentane. This is N-pentane. When one chlorine is introduced, first 1 chloropentane, 2 chloropentane, 3 chloropentane. So option A gives 3 monochloro, but they are asking 4 monochloro. Let us take B, isopentane. This is isopentane. So how many monochloro products are obtained? CH3, these two are identical since they are attached to only one carbon. This is one product. Next, chlorine is attached to 3 degree carbon. Next, chlorine is attached to 2 degree carbon. Next, chlorine is attached to fourth one, 1 degree carbon of the right side one, like this. So it is giving 4 types. If chlorine is attached to here also, same product we can get. So correct option is isopentane. Neopentane give only one type. 2,2-dimethyl propane is nothing but neopentane. So answer is B. Grignard reagent gives alkane with. Grignard reagent or acts as nucleophile or base whenever compound containing acidic hydrogen is added, like compound containing HO bond or HN bond. Immediately R minus takes H plus, forming alkane. So with any compound containing acidic hydrogen, Grignard reagent can take H plus and forms alkane. So in H2O, acidic hydrogen is present. In ethyl alcohol, OH bond is there, acidic hydrogen is present. In ethylamine also, NH bond is there. That's why with any compound, it takes proton and forms alkane. So answer is all of these. Which of the following alkane cannot be synthesized in good yield by good yield? That is important. What's the reaction when alkyl halide is treated with sodium metal in dry ether? We can get alkane with double the number of carbons. So symmetry is there. So generally Wood's reaction is preferred to prepare alkane with even number of carbons, that alkane with symmetry. Alkane without symmetry, unsymmetrical alkane also we can prepare, alkane with odd number also we can prepare, but mixture of three alkanes is obtained, that is not in good yield. So among these four, which is unsymmetrical? This is having symmetry, this is also having symmetry, B also having symmetry, C also having symmetry, but D, if you check, this is not having symmetry. That's why D cannot be prepared in good yield by Wood's reaction. Which of the following alkanes is affected by AlCl3? Is affected by AlCl3. So when AlCl3, when it is heated with, when alkane is heated with AlCl3, it undergoes isomerization. Let us take butane, C4H10 N-butane. When it is heated with AlCl3, it undergoes isomerization to give its isomer. That's why with AlCl3, alkane with 4 carbons or more than 4 carbons will be affected. This process is called isomerization. So answer is D. By which of the following reagents butanoic acid can be converted into butane? So butanoic acid, we know CH3, CH2, CH2, COOH. When carboxylic acids are reduced with hydrogen iodide in red phosphorus, carboxylic acid is reduced to alkane with same number of carbons. That's why you can get butane. So answer is A. But you may think, why not with sodium hydroxide and quicklime? So when it is heated with quicklime, butanoic acid can produce propane due to decarboxylation. One CO2 is removed. That's why correct answer is A. Ethylene is produced by, ethylene we want, it is produced by the dehydrohalogenation of ethyl chloride or dehalogen of 1,2-dibromoethane. Dehydration of acetic acid, not correct. Electrolysis of methyl alcohol, that is not correct. Mixing acetic acid and calcium formate, that is not correct. And you check the last one, passing ethyl alcohol vapors over hot Al2O3. Al2O3 is dehydrating agent, powerful dehydrating agent. So when alcohol is passed over Al2O3, hot Al2O3 at 350 degrees of centigrade temperature, dehydration takes place producing alkene. So ethyl alcohol vapors when passed through Al2O3, hot Al2O3 means at 350 degrees of centigrade it should be maintained. H2O is eliminated producing ethylene. That's why the correct answer is D. Which of the following reagents distinguish ethylene from acetylene? Ethylene and acetylene both are unsaturated hydrocarbons. So both can decolorize bromine water, both can decolorize Bayer's reagent. So by using bromine water or Bayer's reagent, we cannot distinguish these two because both will react. When ammonical cuprous chloride or Tollens reagent is taken, because of acidic hydrogen, triply bonded carbon, when it is having hydrogen, that hydrogen becomes acidic hydrogen. Because of acidic hydrogen, terminal alkynes only can react with ammonical cuprous chloride, forming copper alkynides. So H plus is replaced with Cu plus. Copper alkynide is formed. This is giving one color. But alkenes or non-terminal alkynes won't react with ammonical cuprous chloride or Tollens reagent. So this is very good distinguished test for alkenes and alkynes, especially terminal alkynes. So correct answer is A. If it is non-terminal alkyne, because of absence of acidic hydrogen, that also cannot give positive test with ammonical cuprous chloride or Tollens reagent. So terminal alkynes only can react with ammonical cuprous chloride to give red colored precipitate, Tollens reagent to give black color precipitate. Which of the following reagents distinguish ethylene? Same question is repeated. When ethylene is passed through alkaline KMnO4 solution, we get. So alkaline KMnO4 solution is also called Bayer's reagent. When ethylene gas is passed through alkaline KMnO4, aqueous in cold condition can provide nascent oxygen. Nascent oxygen, being unstable, combines with H of the H2O. Two OH groups are created. So after the formation of two OH groups, CC pi bond is broken. Two OH groups are attached at two carbons from same side. CH2OH, CH2OH. Vicinal diol, ethylene glycol. The product obtained is ethylene glycol. In this process, KMnO4 loses its pink color. So this is one of the identification test for unsaturated compounds. So the compound obtained, since it is vicinal diol, commonly called glycols. So in this process, two OH groups are added at CC double bond. That's why this is called hydroxylation. The process is also called hydroxylation. This is an example for oxidation reaction. One oxygen and one hydrogen are added. Hydroxylation. Two OH groups are added from same side. That's why this is an example for syn addition. So the correct answer is B. Yes. Next one. This is a little big one. Isomeric hydrocarbon given in column 1 and the product obtained by different methods given in column 2, you have to match. 3 products on ozonolysis. If you take P in column 2, 3 products on ozonolysis. If one double bond is present, we can get 2 ozonolysis products. Suppose 2 double bonds are there, we can get 3 products on ozonolysis. This is one, the middle one is one, and terminal one. So there are 3 products obtained when 2 double bonds are present in the alkene. So P is given by option C, first column C. So C and P one pair. So with CP, option A and option C it is showing. Coming to A in the first column, this is cyclohexene. Cyclohexene on ozonolysis gives to one product only because this is cyclic. It absorbs only 1 mole of H2 in the presence of nickel. Because of 1 pi bond, it absorbs 1 mole of hydrogen in the presence of nickel catalyst. So for A, correct pair is Q. So AQCP with this option for AQ, for CP option A is there. So in this way easily you can find out. For A, S also possible. On ozonolysis, it gives only one product, that is after breaking this cyclohexene we can get CO, H, CH2, 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 again COH. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexane 1,6 diol is obtained. Hexane 1,6 diol can be written as CHO, CH2 taken 4, again CHO. So for the A in column 1, there are 2 correct options. One is Q, other one is S. So for A, QS, CP, and R also possible for this. Because of 2 pi bonds in C, it absorbs 2 moles of hydrogen in the presence of nickel catalyst. So at least with these two you can find out the correct option. Okay children, with this I wanted to conclude. Okay, all the best.